Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a cute mini tutorial for this peachy, easy summer glam. It's so easy, only a few steps, everyone can do it, and all of the products used are very price conscious. There's nothing over $40 in this makeup routine, except actually that's just one product. Everything else I would say is $30 and below. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial for this peachy summer glam. So first I'm going to start by clipping my hair out of the way with these little clips here. These are called the duck clips, I believe, and they're supposed to not have the little teeth, and they're supposed to not leave a crimp in your hair when you remove them. First things first, we have to start with SPF moisturizer. I'm using Eucerin. This is about $10 drugstore. SPF 30 though, so you know you're getting that basic protection. I carry it down to my neck, and I always make sure to do my eyelids and underneath my eyes as well. The next step, if you're oily such as myself, I use a T-zone mattifier. This is my favorite one I've been using for years from Murad. This little bottle is about $40. So it is pricey, but a little bit goes a long way. And I only wear this if I'm going to be doing makeup to go out or be camera ready. I won't put this on for every day. As my foundation, I'm using a pump of this MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I mix two shades. I do NW20 and NW15, and I base the ratio off of the color of my skin tone at that time. During the winter, I'm a lot lighter because I'm not going out in the sun, so I'll have more of the lighter shade. And then in the summer, I can pump it up to this. I do also incorporate a darker shade if I happen to get a fake tan or I'm on vacation. You don't want to have a super white face and a tan body, so you do have to match accordingly. I mix with my fingers, and I use the heat of my fingers to gently tap it into my skin. You want to make sure you're working the foundation down past your jawline so that you have a seamless transition and you don't have that line where you can differentiate where the foundation stopped. And I'm going to go back in with one tiny pump, and with that I'm going to focus on any blemishes I have. I'm going to get a little bit thicker layer underneath my eyes to disguise any dark circles, and then I'm going to be putting some on my eyelids because my eyelid skin is very thin and translucent and you can clearly see all of the veins. So I want the eyeshadow that we put on to have a very flat, colorless surface to adhere to, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on the eyelids today. Now we have a much more even layer. You can go in with the thicker, more full coverage concealer if you want to cover more stuff. That's really not so much of a big deal for me, even if I do have like some of my little eye veins showing. It doesn't really bother me that much, but you could go in there if you wanted to have like a very perfect look. One thing I wanted to mention is when you do the foundation or concealer around your eye area, make sure you're not pressing aggressively and dragging. That's just going to give you loose skin over time as you break those collagen fibers. You want to use your finger and gently tap and press and go like that. If you want to use a beauty blender, you can do that as well. It is going to be more gentle in the area, but because the beauty blender is a sponge, it's going to soak up that product and your product is not going to go as far. Next, I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush and my Sephora Collection Powder Foundation. This is in the color Warm Porcelain. It's just a regular pressed powder compact. I'm going to dip the brush, and then I'm just going to gently pat over my face to give it a little more coverage and a more seamless finish. Again, the technique I use is just to pat and not drag. If you have any dry skin, that can have the tendency to flake if you're being too aggressive with the skin. So I just kind of gently pat it in, and it's really not that much product. Every time I tap it, it's only about this much, and for the entire face, this is really nothing. Now for the contour, highlight, and blush. This is what's really gonna help that peachy color pop. I'm using this palette from Sephora, one of my favorites, only about $20, and it's a combination of a highlighter, a bronzer, and 2 blushes. This is more of like a blush highlight, very light colored and kind of shimmery, and then this is a little darker, more pigmented blush. My favorite highlighter was the Morphe highlighter, and unfortunately the one I was using has been discontinued, so I've just started using the highlighter that comes with this palette. It's not as pigmented, so I don't apply it with my little blush brush. Instead, what I do is I apply it with my finger and then I blend out, and I find that I get more of the color like that. So I'm just rubbing my finger on here, and then I'm just gonna manually rub it on my cheekbone where I want it. Same thing for the other side. And I'm gonna do a little for my nose. Again, just using my finger. You can already see that highlighter popping right there. Next, I'm just gonna go in now with my blush brush, and I'm gonna get a little bit more on there, and now I will blend it out. The next thing I'm gonna use is the bronzer. Very light on this. I'm very fair skinned, and too much bronzer can make you look orange. You play around with the amount and concentration that will give you the look that you want. A little more drama for nighttime, you can definitely go heavier on the bronzer. We're gonna suck those cheeks in, and then we're gonna put the bronzer in the hollow of the cheek. You can already see where there's more definition on this side than on this side, and it was just the slightest amount. I do my jawline, carry it down, and I also very lightly do my hairline. Now I'm gonna go back again just very slightly in the cheekbone, and I'm gonna carry it up to the top of my cheekbone. Now we're gonna go in with the blush. I'm gonna use a combination of the highlight and the more concentrated blush, just a couple taps, and then 1 or 2 taps there. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose, a little on my chin, and a little on my forehead. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm gonna evaluate if there's any area that I feel is too concentrated. Here's a pro tip. If you feel like you've accidentally put on too much blush, go back in with your little pressed powder and your powder brush, dab a little bit, and dilute the concentration in that area. You can do the same thing if you're trying to refine the line underneath your cheekbone. Just go in very, very lightly and blend it out. Let's go ahead and move to the eyes. Once again, I only have 2 staple eyeshadow brushes, a flat brush like this, and a fluffy little brush like this. For the main eyeshadow look, to tie the whole look in together with the peach colored, I'm actually gonna be using the blush from this palette as an eyeshadow, but first we need a base. So I have this compact here. This one's also from Sephora, but you can use any compact, any brand. What you're looking for is a nice neutral beige color that you're going to be able to cover the lid with. Our eyelids are primed. Now I'm going to take the fluffy brush and I'm going to dip it into the baby pink color on the palette. Just a little bit, you don't need too much. And then I'm just gonna do a little swoosh motion on my eyelid. It's honestly nothing very precise. Just keep blending, that's my motto. Next, I'm assessing the look in the mirror. I'm thinking I kind of want it to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to go in and dab a little into the bronzer section and then carry that across my eyelid as well. We're literally almost done with this look. We can't neglect the under eye, so I'm going back in with the flat brush. I'm just gonna dip the tip into the pink and the bronzer, and I'm gonna gently swoop it underneath my eyelid. Let's do the eyebrows. Because I use that pressed powder, my eyebrows can turn white in color. So I just take a Q-tip, I wet the Q-tip with a little bit of water, and I'm just gonna drag it across my eyebrows to get rid of any bright white powder, foundation powder. Next, I'm gonna go in with an eyebrow pencil. This is an eyebrow pencil from Sephora collection in the color Soft Charcoal. It has a little eyebrow brush on one end, and it has a retractable eyebrow pencil on the other end. First, I'm going to take the eyebrow wand part and I'm going to brush my brows and make sure that the hair falls in the eyebrow shape that I'm going for. I do have a scar running through this eyebrow right here, so it always takes a little extra TLC to get that one looking as close to identical as the other one. They're never perfect. Then I'm going to go in with the pencil and I'm just going to very lightly fill in the areas where some of my hair is sparse. You don't want to go too heavy on this. A softer brow, or at least a thick brow with soft lines, is way more natural and just perfect for an everyday summer look. Next, I'm going to go in with some clear eyebrow gel. This one is from NYX, and I'm just going to comb through my eyebrow hairs to make sure that they stay in place. You could do the same thing with an eyebrow spoolie and some hairspray, but honestly, NYX is so affordable. This is about $5, so you might as well just get a bottle. It'll last you years. Next, I'm going to take just a plain eyebrow spoolie. This is what I use to brush out my eyelash extensions. I'm just going to brush them out, fluff them up, and if there's any eyelash extension that's going the other direction or is on their last leg, then I'm going to go ahead and cut it at that time. Next, I'm just going to take a little bit of non-waterproof mascara. Again, that's just regular mascara, and coat the bottom of my lashes, and sometimes I do the tips of my lash extensions depending on the areas that I feel like are looking a little sparse. It's a very minor amount, but I feel like that just opens up the eye. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of setting spray. This is Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. I love this one. This is a really cute mini travel size that I got as a gift from Sephora, but I do have the large size too. It smells like candy. That's just going to give us that dewy look. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the lips last. One thing that I like to do is I like to take my powder brush, and with any residual foundation that I have on here, I like to just go over my lips because I want the lip liner to not be fighting against any of the undertone color of my lip. You see how the color of the lip is a little more muted now? So first step for the lips is to line the lips. I'm going to be using my favorite lip liner ever. This is the NYX retractable lip liner in the color Natural. $5, guys. Honestly, everybody should have this in their makeup bag or in their car. This is a beautiful brown color. I'm just going to line the border of the lip first. For me, the lining of the lip is something that just can't be rushed because you're really defining and creating your entire lip shape. There have been times that I've lined my lips in the car and I get out and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, it will completely make or break your makeup look. That being said, just do your best and remember that human beings, we are not completely symmetrical, and that's okay. No one is going to be able to tell if one side is, slightly higher than the other one, or if one peak of the vermilion border is a little higher. Just get it to the point that you're satisfied and then move on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to begin by filling in the body of the lip with the same lip liner. I'm going to draw some lines and then I'm going to blend them in. Filling in the lip doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because we're going to be going over it with a tinted lip gloss. So the lip gloss I'm using is by MAC. It's called Spankin' Hot, and it is a beautiful peachy coral color. I'm not sure if they still make this color because I bought this, I kid you not, like 10 years ago when MAC first started coming out with lip glosses. I will check online and have it linked below, and if not, I'll have some dupes linked below for you. But it's a really pretty coral color. As I was looking at that color, I feel like it's a little bit concentrated, so I am gonna lighten up the lips since I want this to be more of a daytime look. So I'm just gonna go in with Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. I'm just gonna dab and lighten up the lip. Just a touch. And now I'm gonna go in with my MAC lip gloss. How pretty is that color? If you want to do a little bit extra, you can go back in with your lip liner and create an ombre lip effect. And we're all set. So let's check out the final look. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial of a really simple peachy summer look. I can totally see this look with a peach bodysuit and denim skirt, or an all pink or all white bikini with some gold hoops. So many ways to wear this look. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and please follow me on Instagram at Dr. Clarissa. I post kind of more daily content on there. Leave me a comment, let me know what you enjoyed, what you'd like to see more of, and I'll see you next week. I have new videos every week. Take care.